Hey guys, I am back, and I know I've been inactive for quite a while, but I'm gonna come back. Oh, and if you're wondering why I'm talking quiet, my dad's nearby sleeping, so I gotta be a little more quiet than normal. If you also hear snoring, that's why. But anyway, today we're gonna be looking at this Daewoo DV-T47N VCR. And let's look at the back. We can see it was made in South Korea, and it is only a mono VCR. It also does not have that channel 3 force selector. I think it's hardwired to channel 3. And on the front, it has in it a front input, power, stop and eject, and it only has LEDs for displays. There's the channel and tracking buttons. There's record, and there is carriage controls. Play, pressing play while it's in play will pause, and then fast forward and rewind buttons. So that's the front. Now let's take a look at this mechanism. This is a pretty common mechanism. It's also a newer version of the mechanism found in my GE VG4056, and except this mechanism has been cheapened a little bit. I mean, they didn't go the Funai cheapening way. These rails here are still solid metal. There's still quite a lot of metal parts, and these are reliable mechanisms. They're not unreliable, they're just not good. So yeah. The biggest cheapening is, you see, there's no sensor. There's nothing poking here. That's because this thing does not have any tape end sensors. Yeah. So instead, it just will wind the tape. I think how it knows when it's back at the beginning is that it will just detect the tracking signal, because this thing keeps the tape loaded all the time, and once it no longer detects the tracking signal, then it assumes it's back at the beginning and will stop. Yeah. And like I said, this is a mono unit. It's 4 heads, but that's not the extra head. There's actually 2 heads in here, and then over here there's 2 heads in here. And these extra holes would be used for a hi-fi head, because there's 2 video heads per hole. You can see it says 4-head video system. It also has child lock, commercial skip, and high-speed rewind, which we'll take a look at in a minute. But alright, enough of that. Let's just insert a tape. So which one of these 2 tapes should we use? Go ahead and choose. God damn it, we're gonna be using the Orange and Anime Insanity tape? Alright, let's use this one. See, it loads pretty fast. And now let's eject. And let's go ahead and show you this motor here. This is the loading motor. Watch it when I insert the tape. when it ejects, turns the opposite direction, and then turns to remove the tape. And I'll look at some other parts. Here's the and we'll go ahead and there's the erase head. We'll look at this drum. And something pretty cool that is a quirk is that if you touch this wire and put it back, it'll cause a bunch of weird things. It'll even make the tape it's not supposed to do that, I know, but the wire is broken, I guess. Anyway, I'll show you this one last time in ejecting, then I'll just show you around some other things. Alrighty. Stop that from spinning. Alright, so this is what it looks like when playing. This is an SLP recorded tape, though this VCR actually calls that speed EP. I know because I've looked, though I still like to call it SLP. Here's forward search. This has 2 speeds. And if you press play again, it pauses. Here's reversing search. I've always wondered if you're playing a tape and activate forward search starts instantly, but if you activate reverse search, there's a pause before it starts, and when you end it, there's another pause before it'll play again. What? Can someone explain why that happens? But anyway, now we'll go ahead and see the rapid fast forward and rewind. So here's the rapid fast forward. And it's actually pretty fast. I mean, it's definitely better than Funai's, but I've still seen some faster VCRs. But it's not too bad. And now, let's rewind. But there's a bit of an issue. When it's this close to the beginning, when you activate the rewind here, it won't go to full throttle now. So now this is going to take forever. Now, I'll show you the rewind. I'll make a separate video showing this VCR doing nothing but rewinding a tape. And now, we'll go ahead and I'll show the video quality with 2 different speeds of tapes. Some guy here on YouTube named ProbNotsTech suggested I demonstrate it with both an SP tape and an SLP tape. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've now got it hooked up to my TV here and oh, there's something wrong here. This connector is unplugged. And there we go, that's much better. Anyway, we'll turn the TV on. And now I've got these 2 tapes. I've got A Christmas Story, so yes, Savage Gamer, 1998. If you're watching this video, I'm finally going to be using A Christmas Story to demonstrate video quality. You happy now? So this is an SP, and that I have that tape I showed you earlier. This is an SLP tape. PropNot here told me that it would be best to show both speeds. So we'll start with the SP tape first. We'll fast forward it a little bit. And I think this is actually a really good VCR. I mean, it's a 4-head VCR. It says 4-head. So having 4 heads makes it really good. Alright. That's the SP. Now let's try the SLP tape. There's that same tape I showed earlier in Airman Sandy. That's my own recording. And it's actually pretty good in SLP as well, but of course, SLP can never be as good as SP. Though 4 heads definitely improves. Having it 4 heads definitely improves the SLP quality. Although the sound quality is, since this is only a mono VCR, you can hear that. That's pretty terrible quality for sound. And that's just the biggest disadvantage to using SLP without hi-fi. This tape does have hi-fi sound on it, but this VCR doesn't have hi-fi stereo support, so it isn't actually able to access that hi-fi soundtrack. But anyway, that's it for this video. See you all in the next video. Peace out.